Matakiasan. Namaste, all my relations. Oh, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the ladybug. Thank you for that magical reminder. And what I can only speak for myself. In this world of this world, so I can only speak for myself. However, what I will share, and I'm having the camera pointed down to the ground for a reason. Oh, please forgive me. Thank you. He heels on the left. He gets all confused. If I try to walk him on the right side of the road. And I remember way back in the day, we were always taught to walk against traffic, to walk on the left-hand side of the road. And it is especially helpful when we have other dogs and animals around. And the reason being is because we teach them to heel on our left. And then when we're on bike paths and so forth, our dogs are heeling on the left. But the two dogs meet and that brings conflict. The way I see that, it's our ego. We let our egos greet instead of the heart-to-heart greeting. And egos are going to clash unless we bring that divine awareness of heart in and we greet with our hearts first. So if you take a look at the fact that we put our dogs on the outside and we greet high heart to heart versus hey, what do you think you're doing? Versus ego to ego. Be a lot less wars. And, look at that. Yeah, I'm one little daisy standing alone in this. I totally get it for myself. But it's that we teach the dogs to heel on the left. There are some trainings and purposes where they heel on the right. And you can definitely teach your dog both. But 90% of us out there, they don't have that 100% predictable heel. And you're walking on the paths. Would you rather greet one another in that way? Well, I'll just ask, how do you want them to greet? How do you want to greet others? How would you like them greeting you? And anyway, we were always taught to walk on the left-hand side of the road. And if you've got bikers, hey, that's great because they zoom past you right on by, They see you coming, you see them coming instead of them sneaking up behind you. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And that's okay. I'll accept that. I do accept that I've been walking this way most of my life. And very rarely do I come upon someone who insists on following the rules as they made them, with no exceptions. Who literally, totally, completely stepped off the bike path and said, wow, I didn't realize you needed the entire road to walk this little tiny dog and yourself. And I just had to look at him and say, hey, we were taught to walk on the left-hand side of the road, and my dog walks on the heel on the left. and he can enjoy the greenery and stuff. Where if I'm walking on the other side of the road, he has to cross in front of me or cut somebody else off in order to go to the side of the road. So I'm like, hey, let's just let me walk out of sync with all the other sheep on my side of on my left side of the road, with my dog heeling on the left, enjoying what he wants to stop and check out, take a quick pee as we walk along. He's not tripping me and he's not tripping anybody else. He's just pissing off your ego that says the bike rules, the path rules are this way, and we're gonna follow them. Okay. Well, I think there's a saying that says rules were meant to be broken. So I'm breaking them, and I'm happy to do it. And I'm grateful to speak my truth and share my understanding. And I'm grateful to hear all of your understanding. And I'm grateful to honor you. There are times I do move out of the way. I'm not that stubborn in my stubborn sheepness or stubborn muleness. But what I am stubborn in, and what I will never apologize for, is following my heart, doing what my Creator lays before me, listening to my inner voice, keeping my spark alive, even though sometimes she may start to dim a little bit and twinkle out. And I go into my cave so I can stoke her and stoke her and stoke her and prime that pump, so to speak. Really hone in and focus. And Mother Earth is getting ready to do that herself. We shall hear that message soon. However, I know for myself, it's really time to reignite, re-energize, rededicate. Whether it's practical, with land, products that we use, those kinds of things. Whether it is get out those books again and go through them again and give them a reread and re-energize that in your spirits. Or your knowledge in your gardening, or your essential oils, or your herbs, or how to identify them in the forest. Re-energize that intellectual knowledge and re-energize, reignite, repassionate that's your spiritual practices. And the first one, the one that I know for myself I can pull out anywhere, anytime, is an earbud, music, a mantra. And if I can't get to those, I can definitely get to my breath. That's the number one. Focusing on that breath. Breathing in long and deep, way down into the belly. And pull out a favorite heartbeat mantra. Quiet down that intellectual mind. Remind that mind who's in charge. And if at every breath you're having to re-bring it back to your breath, redo it. Do it. There is no life at all without breath. Nothing. Not even a fire. Not even water. The earth itself would not be alive without the breath. So yes, water is life. Earth is life. You're made of it. You got that spark inside of you. You're fire. You're part of it. But you ain't got nothing if you ain't got your breath. You ain't got nothing. But whatever is in your heart, because you have melded into the one spirit, you've graduated if you don't have your breath. So let us remember that breath is life. Anything that breathes has life. And that includes each and every one of us. Every single bug, every single tree, every single animal. So, let us remember, what are you putting into the air? If it does not improve upon the silence, don't speak it. Let that thought pass on by. Return to the breath. If you're walking, it's 4 breaths in, or four steps in, 4 steps out. If you are sitting in a reconnecting, sing your mantra. 4 breaths in, 4 breaths out. Wow, isn't she beautiful? Ahom Mitaki Austin. Namaste, all my relations. Osio. Danya.